Standing here with Brian Scott, who had a very strong third-place finish, and not to overshadow that effort, but you and Alex Tagliani had a running battle throughout this race. What was your view of the contact early, middle, and late?
Well, first off, I got to say thank you to Nationwide Children's Hospital for letting us have a patient champion in Avery Neely. It was so great for her to be able to come to this race. We wanted to give her a good run. For Shore Lodge Comedic, everybody that was on board this weekend. Yeah, the deal with Tagliani is he outbraked me. He kind of dive bombed me into that one corner. And I said, all right, and I gave him room, and then he hit me into the grass, and then he continued to drive me into the grass. And that clogged our grill. That made us pit early, not in our window. And just made us call an audible late in the race that ideally we didn't want to do. And I think it probably cost us the race. I think we were good enough. Had that not have happened, our strategy would have worked out better. We would have stayed in front of these guys, and I think we were probably the fastest car.
As you can see, they had a little conversation. Brian Scott finishing third. Rick?
Well, let's go to the other side of that conversation. Alex Tagliani, I think Brian Scott felt you were pushing him around a little bit. What was it like from your perspective?
Well, first of all, really enjoyed being here at the Nationwide Children's Hospital 200. Glad to race against all those guys. You know, sorry to Brian, made a move on the inside. Once I tapped him, obviously he went in the marble and he keeps sliding outside. But for us, I mean, you know, we made some points. You know, the discount tire 22 Ford was a big jump in points, and at some point the strategy, when the 54 car had some problems, it was just you know, the reward, the risk versus the reward was too high, and it was just, you know, managing and making sure we bring the car back in one piece.
He had a big job out here this afternoon, bringing that car home in one piece, and Alex Tagliani accomplished that. Jim?
All right, for a while it looked like it would be Regan Smith heading to victory lane, and we knew Chris Buescher was maybe saving fuel, but you had some issues of your own to contend with down the stretch. Explain the lack of power in the final laps.
Yeah, we broke the exhaust at some point. I'm not really sure when. It started popping pretty bad early on, and I just thought it was carburetor issues or something. And as the race went on, the popping got worse, and then finally on the last pit stop there, it completely broke. So didn't have too much off the corners, but you know, Chris drove a great race. He was up there smooth all day long, and even when I was behind him earlier, he was really fast. So congrats to those guys. Happy for my guys with the AmericasPower.org Chevy. You know, you hate seeing the lead and not being able to get to it. They had good fuel mileage along with everything else that they had going on ahead of us today. But nonetheless, today was for a great cause. Nationwide Children's Hospital. I want to make sure we mention them and all the kids that were here. That was probably the coolest part of the whole weekend. The second place was great, but seeing the kids here and having fun and the looks on their eyes was pretty awesome.
All right, that's Regan Smith, a very gracious second place finisher here at Mid-Ohio, guys.